For the ancient Egyptians, death was not an end, but the start of a profound journey. They saw it as a transition, a doorway to a new, eternal existence. This belief shaped their art, architecture, and daily life. The setting sun symbolized not demise, but a nightly journey through the underworld, to be reborn at dawn. The soul too was destined for renewal and rebirth. Death became a pilgrimage, a necessary passage to eternal life among the gods in the field of reeds. The journey was perilous, filled with trials and divine judgments. Preparation was everything. Tombs, rituals, and offerings equipped the soul for this adventure. The tomb was a house of eternity, a launch pad for the soul's voyage into the Duat. Every object placed within had a purpose, tools for the soul's survival and triumph. The Egyptians mapped, painted, and wrote guidebooks for the afterlife, believing that with the right knowledge, eternity was achievable. To understand the Egyptian afterlife, we must grasp their concept of the soul. The soul was not singular, but a composite of parts, Ka, Ba, and Ach. The Ka was the life force, remaining in the tomb and sustained by offerings. The Ba, depicted as a human-headed bird, was the personality, free to travel but needing nightly reunion with the Ka. Rituals like the opening of the mouth enabled the Ka to receive sustenance. The Akh was the ultimate, glorified spirit, formed only after judgment and the union of Ka and Ba. Becoming an Akh was the goal, a being of light, dwelling among the gods. The journey through the underworld was the process of this transformation. Funerary rituals and texts aimed to reunite these parts, ensuring the soul's eternal survival. The Egyptian soul's journey was a sophisticated vision of consciousness, transformation, and immortality. Mummification was a sacred ritual, not just preservation. The body, or Khat, anchored the soul. It had to remain intact for the Ka and Ba to reunite. Embalmers acted as priests, recreating Osiris's resurrection over 70 days. The body was dried with natron, anointed and wrapped in linen, with amulets and spells for protection. Funerary texts like the Book of the Dead served as guidebooks for the soul's journey. These scrolls contained spells and instructions to overcome underworld dangers. The tomb was a microcosm of the universe, its walls inscribed with essential maps and spells. Offerings inside provided for the Ka's needs in the afterlife. Every element, the mummy, texts, and tomb, worked together to secure the soul's passage. The Egyptians' elaborate preparations reveal their hope for triumph over death. Beyond the Book of the Dead, scholars have reconstructed a mysterious 49-day guide for the soul's journey. This 49-day text is pieced together from various writings, outlining a 7-week spiritual transition. Unlike the Book of the Dead's general spells, this text offers a structured day-by-day path. The number 49, 7 weeks of 7 days, held deep symbolic power, mirroring the 70-day mummification. As the body was preserved on earth, the soul underwent purification in the spiritual realm. This framework reveals a highly organized, psychologically astute system of belief. The 49-day journey was a celestial curriculum, guiding the soul step by step toward divinity. The 49-day text describes the Duat as a realm of transition, not damnation. Each day brought new trials, fiery lakes, dark caverns, and daunting guardians. These challenges purified the soul, stripping away earthly attachments. Success depended on knowing the right spells and secret names, turning threats into rites of passage. Guardians, often monstrous hybrids, could be overcome by reciting their secret names. Spells were the soul's weapons, granting breath, power over water, and transformation into animals. The spoken word shaped reality in the afterlife. The journey culminated in the weighing of the heart, where the soul's purity was tested against the feather of Maat. The 49-day trials prepared the soul for this final judgment. Passing the test meant entry into the field of reeds, eternal paradise. The journey was both a test of wisdom and a process of purification. The 49-day journey unfolded in 7 phases, each week with a unique focus. Week 1, disorientation and separation. The soul accepts its new state. Week 2, confronting memory and identity, facing one's life honestly. Weeks 3 and 4, the heart of the Duat, battling guardians and chaos, proving worthiness. Week 5, purification by fire and water, cleansing mortal residue. Week 6, navigating celestial waters, meeting helpful deities and approaching judgment. Week 7, the final ascent, weighing of the heart, transformation into Akh. Rituals by the living supported the soul at each stage. Each phase was a step in shedding the mortal self and achieving divinity. The journey was a structured process of purification, courage, and spiritual evolution. In the end, the soul entered eternal paradise, reborn among the gods. The Egyptian 49-day journey finds echoes in other spiritual traditions. Tibetan Buddhism's Bardo Thodol describes a similar 49-day transition, filled with visions and opportunities for liberation. The Tibetan soul, like the Egyptian, is guided by texts and rituals from the living. Christian traditions also feature post-mortem periods of purification, such as purgatory and the 40-day memorial in Eastern Orthodoxy. These parallels suggest a shared human intuition. Death is a process, not an instant event. Across cultures, the soul's journey involves trials, guidance, and transformation. The recurring 6 to 7 week period points to a universal archetype. Whether duat, bardo, or purgatory, the core idea is a journey of purification and judgment. The 49-day journey has sparked debate. Was it literal or symbolic? Some see the text as practical guides, maps and spells for a real afterlife. The Egyptians' immense funerary preparations support this view. Spells were written as direct commands, suggesting belief in their power. Others interpret the journey as a metaphor for inner transformation. The underworld's monsters represent internal fears and attachments. Each trial is a step in shedding the ego and achieving enlightenment. Both views may be true. The journey was both a cosmic map and a psychological allegory. The duat was a landscape of both the afterlife and the inner self. The 49-day journey reveals the Egyptians' profound hope and love for life. Their civilization was built around ensuring a successful transition to eternity. Whether literal or symbolic, the journey offered both practical guidance and deep meaning. It provided a map for the fearful and wisdom for the seeker. This duality speaks to a universal human need for answers and purpose in the face of death. The Egyptian vision framed death as a meaningful transformation, not an end. Their beliefs echo across cultures, expressing the hope that consciousness endures. The 49-day journey stands as one of humanity's most beautiful attempts to answer the ultimate question.